Today is the 5 under 5 challenge. I've made 5 different items under $5. Stick around and see what all I come up with. DIY number 1. I'm going to start with making some little presents from these tumbling tower blocks that were, the small ones were from Dollar Tree. The bigger ones were from Family Dollar. They didn't have any of the bigger ones at Dollar Tree. But I'm going to just hot glue these together and add some paint and some ribbon and turn them into little presents. Just using the little square that I got from Dollar Tree also, and putting these together with some hot glue. I've got those all together. I'm going to use Crimson, the Waverly chalk paint, and I'm going to use Antique Green in the Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint. And also, I'm digging for my white Adirondack, I believe. Yes, the white Adirondack in the Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint as well. Just go ahead and get those painted. And right now they're just little squares. So let's zhuzh them up a little bit with some ribbon, and hopefully they turn into cute little packages. Now I'm just using some ribbon that I've already had on hand. All of this stuff I already had, and I didn't have to buy anything separate. But for under $5, you could get everything you need to make this at Dollar Tree: the blocks, ribbon, paint, you know. And it's just a cute, quick, easy little thing for your tier tray, little presents. And you can make them all unique. You could do a bunch of matching, whatever you wanted. Everything I have here is super old. Some of this ribbon I haven't seen in a decade, like that rickrack. I never even opened the roll until just then when I made this. But it's very cute velvet rickrack. And the raffia strings, I think those came from Dollar General a few years ago. From Christmas clearance, I guess, probably. And there they are. So cute. DIY number 2. So I finally got a hold of one of those Dollar Tree snakes. If you don't know, then we finally have a Dollar Tree. It's actually a combination with Family Dollar. But anyway, lots of Dollar Tree items. I finally got a snake, and as soon as I grabbed it, I knew what I wanted to do with it. I'm going to use it as a wreath form. So I'm going to chop off his head and his tail. So after I did that, I hot glued the ends together, and it's going to get a coat of paint, that same antique green. I'm going to use that this whole video. So I'm just going to paint the whole thing with that. There it is, all painted, and I'm just going to take apart some Dollar Tree picks and use those for the little swag at the bottom of my wreath. Do I use 2 picks? I think I do use 2 picks. So $2 there, and then $1 for the snake. And again, if you needed to buy paint, you could get that for $1, and ribbon you could get for $1. But I'm using paint I already have, and ribbon I think my mom actually gave me, so I don't know where it came from. So here I'm just looking to see what I'm going to use, and I found the pieces that I want. So I'm just going to twist tie all of that together and add a bow and some berries and all that good stuff. I'll just speed up through the rest of this process because, do you really need to see it in detail? Probably not. So I did was just, use some twist ties, some hot glue, just trying to get it all put down where I want it, and throw a little bow together. I'm just looping it over and over, and then I use a piece of that velvety, what's it, no, it's just thin ribbon that I had on hand, and to twist, yeah, words. The thing in the middle, wrap it, and then hot gluing it down. And that's it. A cute little wreath, perfect size for the tier tray. This is the information for the 5 Under 5 playlist. This is a monthly challenge that's hosted by Missy from Crafty Cove DIY and Emily from Farm Charm Chic. And this month, their co-host is Amanda from 6 Kids and a Glue Gun. And the theme for this one is Christmas tier tray. So the crafts are under $5, and for the tiered trays, decorating for Christmas. I'll have their links and the link to the playlist in my description box below. Don't forget to spread the YouTube goodness to all of the participants. Like, comment, subscribe on everybody's videos. Lots of fun inspiration on this list. If you need to figure out what to do for your tier trays, keep watching all of the videos. Let's get back into the rest of the crafts. DIY number 3. Now for this one, and I am kind of flying through this, I just took 3 of the tumbling tower blocks and a handful of the craft sticks, and I'm going to create a little tree. Nothing, I mean, it's nothing complex. I just had the stuff sitting out for crafting and thought, well, I can come up with something here. So I'm just taking these craft sticks, cutting them to fit. I'm going to use the folk art antiquing wax for the trunk and the base, and then I'll use the antique green to paint the tree body, and just using some hot glue. I do use Sherbonder brand hot glue. I love it. This stuff is intense. It will stick to anything. And that's it. Just, it was super easy. I gave up trying to put a top on it. I was just like, nah, it's fine. But it's super quick and easy, less than $1, totally free if you have all these things on hand. Again, like $3 to make this if you have to buy paint and the sticks and the blocks. But yeah, cute, quick, easy. I mean, something that you can do with your kids. Painted, and there it is. I think it turned out okay. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know. Maybe it's lame, but I like it. Here's some footage of me making a little craft with my grandson. It's not really relevant to the challenge, but I wanted to share it anyway because it's super cute. As I was working on this tier tray stuff, I had this foamy air dry clay stuff sitting out because I wanted to experiment with it a little bit about making a little handprint ornament. Since I have my oldest grandson Charlie with me every day, I thought I would take advantage of the day that he was here and cooperative. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try this out. I can tell you it didn't work as well as I'd hoped, and maybe it's the consistency of the clay because it's foamy. It's, you know, there's a lot of give and bounce to it, and, you know, tiny little hand, and, you know, I didn't want to hurt him trying to put pressure or whatever. So so what I'm doing here is I'm just using my Mod Podge bottle to roll it out, just to try and get a little you know, a little flat surface here. I have these silicone sunflower trivet things for my kitchen, and I stole two to use in my craft room. So I'm just kind of smoothing it out, and then I will grab Charlie, or no, he's actually sitting on my lap now. That's why I'm only using one hand. So here we go. Trying to smush his little hand into the clay. You see his little fat head there. It didn't really work out so well. I'm trying to do it again and see if we can get a little better of a smush. It didn't really work out that well for me. I had to actually take it off the table. I don't know, but you can see, let's see if we can get a little better angle here, that it didn't really take the impression of his hand as well as I'd hoped. But I'm going to try it again with some regular of that air dry clay, which you'll see in a later video. But I just thought I would show you the you know, cuteness of the fat head baby there in his cute little hands. We trying really hard, and I'm trying not to hurt him. I don't want to squeeze too much, so that was better, but not quite as good. But there we go. Little baby hand right there. And here's a still image of how it turned out. I ended up just holding it in my hand and smushing his hand. But that worked out better. DIY number 4. So yeah, I'm doing a gnome. Of course, you know your girl loves gnomes. So it's probably a little more than $5 technically. If you have this stuff on hand, there you go. I bought the faux fur from Hobby Lobby for $3.49, and this buffalo check for $1 at Dollar Tree, and I already had the gnome body, but I think the faux fur was on sale, so probably less than $3.50. I'm using one of the mini ornaments from Dollar Tree and an old pieces of stocking. So what I'm going to do is use the fuzzy part of the old stocking to go on the edge of the hat. The hat is going to be made from this buffalo check fabric, and I'm going to use the fuzzy stocking bit, the velvety kind of part. It's not velvet, but you know what I mean, the fuzzy bit. So I'm going to use that to wrap the body with, and then the glittery ornament is going to be the nose, because why not? So all told, we're looking at, there's $1, $3.49 unless you have a coupon or it's on sale. There's $4.50. Yeah, there's $4.50. So, and if you buy the mini ornaments, that's $5.50. So it's just a little more than $5, but if you have it on hand, obviously it's not going to cost anything. So I'm just figuring out where I need to cut my fabric for the hat, and excuse me, I had to tailor it a couple of times to make it work. The first time I cut it out was too big, so I fiddled with it a little, but I get that done. So cutting the hat and hot gluing, it's inside out. The right sides are together. Using my hot glue gun to run a line of hot glue along the edge for the seam of the little hat. So do that. And it's at this point, after I get this glued, that I realize I made it too fat, okay, for my gnome body. It's just way too big. And I was like, well, crap, I want to put that fluffy white stuff for the edge. But it works out okay because I just cut that off. Now I can open it up, and now I can add my fuzz. Today and I are not on speaking terms. So trimming it up, making the shape look a little better, and now I'm going to hot glue this fuzzy edge on the right side. So it's on the inside, then I'll turn it inside out. And like I said, I wanted to do this initially, and I guess it's a good thing I messed up, because then I was able to fix it the way I wanted to in the first place and just wasn't paying attention. So yeah, I went ahead, and now I'm closing up that seam again with a line of hot glue, and pressing it together, holding it in there until it's nice and secure. Then I will turn it right side out. Use scissors to help poke that little point back up out through the top. So now I've got that, and as you can see, it fits better on that gnome body. And now I'm going to go ahead and put the fuzzy stocking part. I don't know what this material is. It doesn't feel like felt. It's much fluffier than that. It's almost like a faux fur, but not as long. I don't know, but you get the picture. So I'm just hot gluing at the bottom, and I'll hot glue on the edge or the side, whatever, to close it up. And then I'm just going to tie it at the top with a piece of twine, and then that part's done. And now I can put his hat on. It fits him perfectly. And I can go ahead and cut the faux fur for the beard. And I can hot glue all this down. It has a crease in it. I don't know why, but I'm clipping the little ends of that bulb off. And I can just go ahead and hot glue everything together because he is going to be a permanent Christmas gnome for my decor, and he's gonna stay this way forever, I hope. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that crease. It must have been the way it was folded up on the on the display card or whatever. Anyway, I think having that little shiny nose is, I don't know, it's just so extra. It's so cute. I don't know, I love him anyway. And there he is. I think I only have, I don't know, maybe 2 more gnomes I want to make for this season, but I like him a lot. He's winter, you know, he's Christmas with his little, you know, glittery nose, but, you know, it's whatever. He can hang out for a while is what I'm saying, I guess. Yep, I like him. He's cute. DIY number 5. And yes, of course, a bead garland. I couldn't help it. So again, I'm using the Waverly chalk paint in crimson and the Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint in antique green for my beads, and I will paint my truck all up. Excuse me. Now, you can, not at my Dollar Tree, but I know that you can find bead garlands at Dollar Trees. I haven't seen them at mine, but you might be able to find them at yours. And if not, you can get the beads on Amazon kind of cheap. I don't know. Or maybe you could just get a cheap bead garland. But if you can pick up a bead garland at Dollar Tree, take it apart, paint it, okay, that's $1. And the little red truck with the Christmas tree in the back is a pack of do your own ornaments from the Dollar Tree, which are $1. And, you know, paint, twine. Okay. So conceivably this could cost $5 or less. For me, it was just $1 because I just got those do your own ornaments with the express purpose of doing a bead garland. So technically, yes, I did spend $1 to make this one. I already had all the beads and stuff. I didn't pay for any of the beads. I have actually. I have been reviewing both sets that I'm using. So those big chunky ones are from BB Craft, and the round ones were from Amazon like a year and a half ago. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint my truck. And I'm going to go a little further than, you know, just a red truck, green tree. I'm going to paint the green tree. I'm going to paint a little bit of the bed part. I'm going to use the Folk Art Antiquing Wax for that. Paint the truck red and then paint the tires black. Yeah, so I'm going to paint this little part so it looks like the, you know, wooden sides of the bed. And just a little bit. I gotta tell you, I was surprised I was able to I was able to maintain my lines as well as I did. I'm usually not so coordinated, but it came together on this day, so I was pretty pleased. And I probably could have used brown paint, but honestly, I love the color that I get with this antiquing wax, antique shade of wax, whatever you want to call it. I just really like it. And I don't even think I wiped it off. I just used very little, and you can still see the wood through it. So it works out exactly the way I wanted it to for this particular application. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to paint the rest of the truck. So there it is finished, and I do have both sides done. And no, I didn't do the rims. I don't know, whatever. So I'm using the this twine stuff that I also got from BB Craft. I got those the beads in that and a couple other things. I'll link those videos in up here in the cards. And it's a really good string actually for as small as it is. It's pretty sturdy. So I'm going to, instead of making a tassel because I'm tired of making them, I'm just going to loop this around on itself and tie it and leave a little hanging bit there to tie the truck to. So what I do is actually I just tie it part of the way down. So I'll tie that in a knot, and then I'm going to feed the rest of the string through the other beads, if you follow. So the string is going to go down through those other beads, and then I'll have two pieces of string then to tie the truck to. So there you go. You can see I'm going to go ahead and thread them through, and I'll spare you the misery of all that. So I'm basically restringing the bottom portion of it anyway. So I'll skip ahead and let you see how that looks. So now I'm going to string this through, and I decided instead of going through the window or whatever, I was going to go through this little part of the fender. I kind of wanted to hang long instead of hang wide, if you follow what I'm saying. And you know, that's I just wanted to be different about it, I guess. And so yeah, that's all. I tie it, and then again, I feed the string back up through all the way through the rest of the long part there before it's tied. You get what I'm saying. I can't explain anything today. Yo, my grandson got his shots yesterday, and he was cranky all day and clingy, and you know, it's not his fault, but I've been trying to work on this video. It's the 30th. Okay, you're watching this on the 5th. I'm trying to work on this video. I'm trying to get things ahead, and he kind of he kind of threw off my groove, man. So anyway, you get what I'm saying. I'm tying it. It's getting tied. I'll hot glue the ends that, you know, I think might come apart, so that doesn't happen. And there they all are. All of my 5 under 5 tier tray crafts, plus the mini book stack that I made in another video, which is also under $5. So don't forget to check my description box for the link to the playlist, and for Missy's and Emily's and Amanda's links as well. And yeah, I hope everybody has a great week. I'll probably see you back here sometime. I can't remember what my next video is, but anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, y'all. Bye.